Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're doing a quick bonus stream today. I actually have a 4-day weekend, so I could stream tomorrow as well, but I think I'm actually just gonna sleep in and probably do chores and taxes. I have a lot of apartment chores that I've fallen behind on, and I do need to do taxes at some point, I suppose. So probably just gonna have a half lazy day, half chore day tomorrow with my extra day off. And then I'm probably gonna relax and play some games with friends and make some rice bowls for dinner tonight. So just gonna do probably 2 to 3 hours stream today and do a bonus stream. For those that keep up with the channel on a weekly basis with our game dev stuff, we've started off this year. Our current main game dev project is remaking some arenas from Kid Icarus Uprising. We are remaking those in Unreal Engine 5, so we are going to get back into that on Wednesday night. I usually do my game dev streams currently in the evenings because I am fortunate enough to have gotten back into the industry with my current full-time job doing level design and all that, so I am working full-time again, which is great, but that means that those level design streams I used to do in the afternoons are back in the evenings for me, which may be a different time for you than when I usually stream on the weekends. But yeah, I know that those are usually late, so it's usually a bit of a quieter thing compared to our weekend streams, and they're usually a bit short, so I want to throw in the occasional afternoon stream whenever I have days off during the week, such as today, or whenever I have a free slot during the weekend to do a little bit of game dev and a little bit of our general creative streams here and there for everybody to experience. So such is the case today. I was going to make this like a 5-hour stream, but I got back, I had like just a check-in doctor appointment, which actually just took 2 minutes itself, but it was like an hour of travel and then an hour of waiting room stuff. So I got back close to when I was going to start stream, and I'm like, well, let me just relax and update everything and eat lunch, and then I just was like, let me just chill out and not start stream immediately, especially because if you check the Twitch VODs and also the VODs go up on YouTube as well, you'll see that we have been busy playing Elden Ring this week, and that's something I'm going to do on a monthly basis. So our next Elden Ring stream will be on St. Patrick's Day, which I think is like almost exactly, I think that's exactly a month from today. So if you missed that, those VODs are entertaining and they are up for you guys to watch, but I didn't want to burn myself out too much. I also just got back from a trip to Disney. If you're a fan of Epcot, I got the little Figment Spirit jersey. It's super comfy. But yeah, I got back from a trip to Disney last weekend, and then I'm taking some smaller trips the next 2 weekends. I will still do a Saturday stream. It might be a little shorter, but I am still going to do a Saturday stream next weekend. But yeah, I have travel plans the rest of the month as well, so I'm trying to get more streaming in for you guys, but I'm also trying to not burn myself out too much. So today's gonna be a chill stream, just a couple hours. Pretty much we'll stream until my cat screams for his dinner, and then that's my cue to go. But yeah, we are throwing it back to, for those that have been kind of tuning on and off with our creative streams throughout last year, we had worked on a portfolio piece. I unfortunately got laid off from my previous job at the start of last year, so I had a few months for the first half of the year where I was just working on portfolio work, but once I updated my portfolio with a nice piece, I decided to spend the summer like skill building and trying to learn something new and more on the freelance entrepreneur side of things. So I started looking at Fortnite Creative, and we made a couple of maps that we actually published. One is based on the Fortnite Stronghold template, and then the other one is a Tycoon map that actually did a lot better than I thought it would. It's still not high performing or anything, and there's still a few block out pieces in there, so it's not too great, but it did a lot better than I thought it would, and it's Wizard of Oz themed, so I'm actually planning on revisiting that in the second half of the year and releasing a 2.0 version of that around the Halloween season. But yeah, my maps have been like kind of quiet. I've just been using them to kind of sandbox and skill build rather than like any portfolio pieces necessarily. These are like my areas to make goofy, wacky mistakes and to try out new stuff. But we are actually fairly close to like the $100 payout limit. But I guess that expires in April for me, which means the last month I really have to generate any map hits would be by the end of this month. So I have updated the other 2 maps we have live, but I want to put out one more map and just see how it does, because I know some people say if you don't create like a best-selling like top of the chart thing in your first 2 maps, Fortnite will kind of like quietly blacklist you, not like ban you or anything, but they won't advertise any of your other things or updates as much, because you either have to be a new creator that they want to show off, or you have to be a best performing creator, and everything in the middle kind of gets pushed aside. And I've noticed when I update my maps, they actually start losing numbers rather than gaining. So I'm starting to feel the effects of that, but I want to push a 3rd map out and just see how it does. Don't think it will be as polished as some of the other maps, but we have the sandbox map that we used, and it's unlisted right now, but it did go through the Fortnite publishing process just in the unlisted state. So I want to like quickly kind of update this map, and hopefully if we don't push it live today, push it out by the end of the day tomorrow. And I want to just see how it does, because worst case scenario, it doesn't get any hits, but it leaves like everything, my other 2 maps are unaffected by it in Fortnite Creative, or best case scenario, it gives us a little push and we learn about a little bit more and get a little more data to work off of. Because I'm kind of on the edge of wanting to like go all into Fortnite Creative and make a lot of new maps over the next year and really try to invest time in it, versus just kind of leaving it on the back burner if it doesn't look like we'll be able to get a lot of traction in it, and shifting my focus back to Unreal Engine 5 itself and what I want to do there. So I'm kind of on the fence with what direction I want to put my personal work time into, so I just kind of want more data to look at, essentially. I'll be busy with travel for like the next month or so anyway, so just giving it time for the data to settle for me to figure out what I really want to focus on creatively come the spring. So yeah, this is just I'll go ahead and launch it as I keep yapping, but this was just a very basic arena layout I did with some of the Durr Burger kits and assets, and it's just using the elimination template that Fortnite Creative has, which is essentially just a PvP mode. Whoever kills the most people in 5 minutes is the winner. Simple as that. What I've learned from other maps and other stuff I want to do is I do need to make a clickbaity thumbnail for it. That drastically, I think, helped with my Tycoon map versus my other map beforehand. If you have like the Fortnite font and you have like a cringe-ish kind of thumbnail with the characters, that's gonna do a lot better, because Fortnite is, at the end of the day, a kid's game. No matter how much money I've spent on skins in it, it is tailored to kids, so trying to hit that demographic. And then also XP. You can't label your map as an XP grinding map, and I don't want to make exclusively just XP grinding content, but a lot of people are playing Fortnite Creative to get a lot of XP for their battle passes. So I want to add some like gold coin pickups that give you a large amount of XP, and then I also want to set it so that every elimination you get gives you a large payout of XP. I want to keep it simple and maybe just keep it to those two, and have like gold regenerate around the map, so you're kind of running around collecting stuff, almost like Pac-Man-ish, given the symmetrical layout of everything. But if you get some kills along the way, that's pretty good too. But it's a very small map here. I think almost some spaces feel too empty and other spaces feel like too big. Like this here feels too big, but this space between this and the booths, actually that's fun. But yeah, I think that we can balance the spacing of some items. I don't think I like these being here, but I do want them to be like down here in the middle. I want to change the timing of some of the spawning of items and a whole bunch of other stuff. So that is currently the plan. I also want to put up maybe some cover for when you spawn in to prevent spawn camping. Maybe open up something in these corners as well. But yeah, there's some small level design tweaks I want to make to the existing layout real quick, and then what the biggest thing I want to do is I do want to add a third level to this. I know I've talked about it with our Kid Icarus arena, how good arenas have 2 layers of verticality. So I'm being a bit hypocritical and adding a third layer, but I kind of want it to feel like the layer on the bottom is like a secret, like a negative 0.5 layer that there's only like one entrance really to get to, and it's not the main state of play. It's kind of where you go down to loot and try to get a breather or whatnot. What is this? I didn't even know there was an interactable there. That's news to me. But yeah, I want the downstairs to kind of feel a bit smaller and more like a secret area now. And I want most of the gameplay to be on the second and then eventually the third areas I want to basically have stairs that go out and add a little bit extra hallways, and then we have a balcony with a big opening in the center for you to drop down either directly to the bottom or drop down directly here. Also, hello, Chimpkin Nugget. Fortnite. How are you doing this Monday? I won! Wow! But yeah, some speed revisions and then hopefully a little upgrade to the arena. Maybe we'll add some objective markers on the screen to be like collect gold and kill your friends. But yeah, let's start off. I just listed off a bunch of changes and didn't actually think too many of them through. Let's start with getting rid of these and then putting you downstairs. Gonna delete the boogie bomb. That already feels way better. I don't know why we don't have railings here. I'm gonna add some railings here. And I'm gonna bring the burgers a little more front and center. I'm gonna guess I was like, I can't find any good railings right now. I'm just gonna leave it, and then I pushed it like that. leave these a bit more centered. Even though their little tongues clip through the floor, that's so annoying. But it doesn't look right otherwise. I'm gonna leave it for now as a goof. Currently trying to find a boss on Elden Ring. Even harder than fighting the boss. You must find it, locate it. Now that we have a faster build, I'm starting to calm down with Elden Ring a bit. So I am actually I'm less scared for the St. Patrick's Day stream in a month, and more like, I think I'll probably need an hour or two to warm up, but I think we'll be able to get a little more progress done. I'm feeling better playing the game now. I think the overwhelming part was, even though it was like overwhelming because I'm like, I know I need a fast build, but I didn't know how to do that. And then it was like everyone watching was like, well, a good build is a slow and strong weapon build, which is objectively a lot better, but that doesn't work for me. I'm a button spammy, I need results now type of person. I don't have the patience, which I learned very quickly playing Kingdom Hearts Remind. Was basically that solidified that defense will never ever be my go-to, even if it's the only solution. I was sitting there in tears playing the data battles in Remind. I'm like, all the guides I found were just like, yeah, you just need to like parry and defend yourself better, and I'm like, it's over. It's over. But I'm liking the way our Elden Ring build's coming together now, so I'm starting to, dare I say, get a little excited for future Elden Ring streams. But I still want to do it on just a monthly basis and not overwhelm myself further. Besides, we gotta get back into Sims 4. And then we've got to jump back into Sims 1 and 2. I think there have been some patches. I don't know if they'll work. Quite frankly, I don't know if they'll be good patches, but there are indeed patches. Ooh, I kind of want to get rid of these flow berries and turn on regenerative shields. That's one thing we learned how to do. Yeah, health recharge. Starting shield percentage. 100% charge. To make it a little faster pace. One per 5 seconds. Let's do 5 per 3 seconds. Let's try that. But yeah, let's swap to regen stuff. And that way, instead of so much like shield stuff, we can have some other weapons. What are some good weapons? I'm just gonna look at these in Fortnite so that it's a bit easier to read. I do like having the slap juices. I want to encourage people to be speedy. That's right. How it works in the actual like Fortnite window is you have to drop an item into it. I don't actually want to do that. I'll just use this. I am gonna do I like giving the firefly. I like flammable objects. I think that's fun to give to people. Been trying to be a bit more strategic. Ooh, trying to plan ahead. Yeah, my strategy has also been rely on others. I don't know how you're supposed to play without using any of like the little summons or any of like the NPC characters, cause like so far my experience with the bosses in Elden Ring have been they do not let up at all. Like for anything ever. They see you and it's like it's already over. Ooh, you know what? I think I know what I want to do. I want to kind of test just melee weapons. Maybe just melee weapons and grenades. Got a lightning bolt. I'll leave the lightning bolt. That seems fun. I feel like I need something of an equal power down here. What's as powerful as a lightning bolt? A small fry. Thunderbolt of Zeus. Unstable bow. Ooh, the Void Oni mask. Yeah, we'll do those. Just some random OP items. Why not? Now let me see about giving us a little piece of cover here. Do something like that. Or do I spawn you in looking this way? This is a safer angle. But I don't like it because you start here and then you don't know where to go. I guess I could put the stairs to the upper parts in here. So you run this way and then you can look down the hall. Yeah, even though this is way more exposed, you immediately see into the arena. But if we have more paths that go up and into here. Well, I can try that. Where did I even find this kit? What's a good line of sight blocker? That makes sense. We haven't really set dressed this area either. I don't know if I'll have the time to do that today. Half wall corner. So looks a little tiny. Did we scale everything else up? No? Then why is this baby? I guess it's just a half wall on top of it thing. We have the actual corner pieces, but they're... Where did it go? Hello? They're a little in the way. Do this. Okay, that might work. Maybe we should put something like lighting wise in these corners. Party balloons? I might just put some party balloons, because what doesn't spice up an area like some balloons? Maybe I'll always put them on the left to help people not get disorientated. I really want to play The Sims. Like, so badly. I want to jump back into... I have like a legacy. Like kind of a variation of like the berry legacy challenge. I have like one of those that I kind of modified after I binged Bridgerton for the first time like last year. But they dropped like a sneak peek of season 4, and I'm not even like super excited because I like the first season of Bridgerton the best, and the Queen Charlotte spinoff. So I'm like not even super excited for future seasons, but it reignited my love of my Sims 4 file that I have. And I'm like, oh my god, I need to play it. I need to marry the daughters of the household off. And I must find an heir for my shitty Sims 4 lot that isn't even that developed yet, but give it a few generations and it'll be a mansion, I say. Like, I'm tempted to start another new one because I'm like, well, I don't remember everyone's like romantic situation, and I think there were so many families I was already starting to manage. But I'm also like, no. You know, I'm like, it is what it is. I'm like, I had actually documented, and I'm just looking for a good light, that's why I'm scrolling through here, folks, but I did document the family tree, so I'm like, I could refresh myself. That might just be what I do. I mean, yeah, this light doesn't... Where did I get this poster, actually? I could just use a variation of... Or the menus have lighting on them. they have a little too much lighting. Now I'm being too picky. Do dirt cheesy here. Yeah, I feel like I need the stairs. These are not the best stairs though. There's gotta be better, more professional stairs. I need some business stairs. Stuff you could look at and be like, yep, this is a professional establishment. Probably the agency stairs would be nice. Double back though. Yeah, I'm gonna do the double back to keep it simple. Okay, now where do we want these to connect? So I said I want a little like balcony feel up here. I think I want this further up actually. Maybe I can open this up for a small run around to like the other set of stairs, but I don't think I want this to be too big. But yeah, I was like looking at the height and I'm like, something's not adding up. Though now let me think. Texture data. I feel like I want to switch up the floors a little bit. Nope, not you. Found the guy. He wasn't a boss. I said talk, but you were just going ham on the guy. I need to clip it. I clipped the end fights for the two bosses we did this weekend, but I do need to clip me hunting down that dude that was like secretly taking our money, because that had me heated. I do kind of wish I found that organically, but it don't matter. I solved the problem. There was a very big problem and I solved it. I actually haven't been killing as many NPCs as I thought, but I'm tempted to, but I'm very impressed with, and like that's kind of the part I get most excited to do in Elden Ring, is just explore the world and interact with it. Like it's it seems pretty dynamic, where it's like you can just kill people without talking to them, you can kill people if you feel like they've betrayed you, you can do their whole side quest, you can completely miss them, and like it's not a super grand effect on the world, like in terms of development and stuff, but it is enough to make you feel connected. Like I am glad, even though like it goes against a lot of traditional game dev conventions, I think, but I am glad people appreciate Elden Ring so much and it got so much attention, because you can definitely bypass all the lore that's in the game and completely miss over it, because I have no idea what's going on in the main game, but I do have my own like little side story of like the few NPCs I have interacted with, I have become invested in because I chose to spend time doing those things, and it feels like a reward for me as a person. So yeah, I'm very impressed with the world building. And I'm shocked that I'm letting the world build, essentially, and I haven't gone super kill mode on everything. I thought I would have killed a lot more NPCs by now. But I think I've been very respectable. I think. Maybe. Okay, we gotta lift this. No one can even see this Durburger on top of the map. I just have it here for funsies. An aggressive small dog. You just gotta do a Chihuahua playthrough. Or those crusty white dogs. Whose eyes always look like they're bleeding and they'll scream at you. It'd be the small dogs that are the most aggressive. Like, smallest dog my family's ever had is Yoshi, alleged criminal. Small Shiba Yoshi, purebred Yoshi. And the crime list he has is insane. And then our other dog, Kiko, she's twice the size of him, and she's like clinically insane. And she'll snap and bite because she's literally lost her mind. But she's also like, when she's present, she's so sweet. Like she just wants to be loved and to love in return. She's so sweet. Yoshi just commits crimes because they're fun to him as a small dog. He's like, guess what I can do? Guess what war crime I'm gonna commit today? It's like, bro, calm down. When I was still living at my parents' house, I would try to like bring Yoshi on stream to show what a criminal he is, but you guys all just like fawned over him. You're like, aw, Yoshi's so cute. He's insane. That man is a menace, I'm telling you. 'Tis a trick. There's an NPC you've been seeing the questline for, but you're feeling she's gotta go. Does this person live or die? Finish the questline. I say finish the questline, but like, give her the side eye the whole time. And if you still have a bad vibe about her, like, just kill her afterwards. Even if there's a follow-up questline that you're worried about, like, just whatever current thing you have to do with her, finish that. And then see how your gut feels afterwards. Because if you're already invested in some sort of task with her, you might as well see that through and then reconsider. Like, add drama when the current drama is resolved, you know? You gotta, like, drama min-max. This could be because I have again, this could be my wanting to reboot my Bridgerton-esque Sims 4 brain talking. Normal normal day Emily could say something completely different, but the drama min-max in me is get any further drama you can get out of her, get it, and then kill her. You don't want to miss out on potential drama. But once there's no more drama to be had, then yeah, get rid of her. Obviously. Oh, she has a pretty dress? Ooh. I say finish, it ruins a friendship. I heard pretty dress. Friendship is no longer important to the conversation. I say finish the quest to see if there's a way you can like loot her dresses or if she'll give you something, and if not, then kill her and see if you can get the dress. I don't care about the friendship, but I'm not talking about real people. My boyfriend's gonna think I'm a crazy person, you guys. Every time I talk about like side quests and like life sim stuff, he just always has the most terrified look on his face. It's like, but yeah, in conclusion, friendship don't matter. This is about the dress now. The stakes have never been higher. I got like so focused in blocking this new space out that I did forget I was gonna add XP rewards in here. And I need to do that before I sign off today or I'll forget again. And then this definitely won't do numbers. Okay, I need to put... So we'll have to put railings up here. Maybe I put like speed boosters? Nah. Just railings will be good. Maybe some sort of chandelier or centerpiece would be good. And a chandelier in the Der Burger. Ooh, a modern chandelier? I know it may not fit the theming, but you're telling me if you saw this at McDonald's? Let me lock that. Scale it up by 2. Let's do that. See, do we want to let people run through here? Maybe. Actually, we'll make the corner like flare out a bit more. That's what we'll do. Let them go out this way and then have this part blocked. Alright, I think that works. Now to just copy that exactly 4 more times. I could have just copied and duplicated it or whatever, but it's fine. Let me start from the bottom here again. Or from somewhere. Vi's farewell. I really am thinking about starting up a Sims 4 challenge that just follows like the different Zeldas throughout the Zelda timeline. Like, I wrote something up in my notes, like I kind of just for fun wrote up a Zelda timeline Sims 4 challenge when I was bored one day, and then I was like looking back on it and I'm like, I really cooked with this. So I was gonna start that up and focus on doing that. Oh, snapping's on. I'm just gonna delete this and turn snapping off. So I was gonna start that up. But then I was like, but the Bridgerton file. All I do is like think about playing Sims, and then I like I don't play The Sims because I just think about playing it. Hi, Unguided. How are you? What have you been playing recently? Yeah, I'm doing a little bonus stream because I had a 4-day weekend off work. So I got today off. I even have tomorrow off also, but I think I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow. I had to get up for a doctor's appointment today anyway, so I'm like, if I have to leave the house and look somewhat presentable, then I might as well stream too, but I'm sleeping in tomorrow. I'm going into honk shoe mode. You have to do parkour? Oh no! I felt like I was doing decent with parkour in Elden Ring, but I also realized we probably have like 5,000 deaths from me trying to do parkour in Elden Ring. So in my mind I'm like, yeah, I'm not bad, but I realized it was probably torture to watch. Crossing the animals. Ooh, and Link Between Worlds. How are you liking that? I think that's one of my more underrated Zeldas. I think I personally like that more than Link to the Past. Like, I really like the lore rule aspect of everything. But I won't say too much. Reconsidering my mercy. Yeah, I did not expect Elden Ring to have so much parkour in it. Whenever I saw people doing parkour in Soulsborne games, I always assumed they were going out of their way to do like something extra. Which, to be fair, I have gone out of my way a lot of times to do platforming things that I don't technically have to. But yeah, there's a lot more platforming in it than I realized there would be, because the character movement is not how you would expect the base to be for a bunch of platforming. Never finished Link to the Past. Have I fully beaten Link to the Past? I actually don't remember. I mean, I know all the endings to the Zelda games, of course, but I'm trying to think if I've done a full playthrough of Link to the Past. If so, not in a long time, but Link Between Worlds, I think I replayed maybe during COVID, so it's been a few years, but I remember breaking my 3DS back out and replaying some classic bangers on the 3DS that haven't been brought over to Switch yet. So that was definitely part of that. Liking it more than Twilight Princess, I assume. I'm over here still hoping for Twilight Princess and Wind Waker on the Switch. I guess now I have to start hoping for Switch 2. I'm like, any day now, guys, they're gonna announce it. It's been years and I'm still here. Which I was never like super anxious about wanting them to re-release it, because I'm like, well, I have them on the Wii U. But then my Wind Waker version got a little bit corrupted, so I'm like, oh oh, we need these to be ported now. Now it's an emergency. I don't know, my Wii U's doing fine with all its virtual console stuff and all the physical games, but yeah, the only full, I think I've downloaded a few more, but the only like from the start of the Wii U era digital titles I had were Mario 3D World and Wind Waker, which 3D World, the cool version, is on the Switch now with the Bowser mode, which Bowser's Fury, which I really love that expansion actually. So I haven't touched the Wii U version really since. But Wind Waker's been there a while, so I'm trying to figure out how to save that stuff, because I guess it's a thing that can just start. The error I get is apparently something that just happens to older Wii U's with virtual stuff now, and there's not really a cure, unfortunately. It's like, yeah, your Wii U's just gonna die one day, and that's terrifying to me. So I'm hoping we get some more ports on the Switch too, because I got a lot of stuff on my Wii U that I'm very attached to and have anxiety about. Charity stream where one of the incentives was to do the horseback bridge fight. Oh my gosh, that must have been. I remember watching some of like, I think with the last VOD you had doing that fight at the time, guided. I can only imagine how that charity stream went. You lost your runes, your money! No! So I'm assuming you are gonna kill this NPC in question then, huh, Chimkin Nugget? It sounds like she may be out of luck here. Oh, you haven't done it yet? Oh my gosh. Well, I am definitely gonna have to tune in for that one. The best incentives are the stressful ones. That's how I feel playing Elden Ring now because of our last charity stream. Goals being met. I'm like incredibly proud that it was like the most we raised for charity last year, so I'm incredibly happy. And then I'm like, I have to play Elden Ring every month. Oh my god, I'm not good at Elden Ring. But you know, I'll take my chances with that rather than the horseback fights. I'll take my chances with Elden Ring, actually. Deleted the save out of anger. I don't know if I've ever deleted a save out of anger. Because then that would just make me like extra angry. But I've definitely, I'm trying to think, when was the last time I put down a game and I'm like, I can't touch this anymore. Out of pure anger. It's happened to me for sure. Actually, I don't think the last games I've put down have been out of like rage anger. It's been out of motion sickness. If I get like super motion sick in a game and like super disorientated, I'll put it down and be like, I can't do this anymore. I think there's been some like if I'm playing like a spooky horror game and stuff like is really dark, then I'll be like, even if I'm invested in the story, I'll be like, well, I can't play. I don't know where I am. It's dark. I'm gonna throw up. I'm turning off my PC. Oh, I think I'm going to reinstall it tonight. I think I'm gonna play with some friends tonight. But I did put down, I played Dead by Daylight for like, was it just last year? No, it was 2 years ago now. But yeah, about 2 years ago, like all of my coworkers at the time and like my friend group, through that job, we all like wanted to collectively get into Dead by Daylight, but we were like all scared because we're like, well, it seems like a lot of Dead by Daylight players are very, very intense, and we just wanted to have fun. So we picked that up all together and had a lot of fun with it. And I had a few really good killer moments early on when everyone was still learning the game. I was really good at playing stealth killers. And then I'm decent as a survivor. I'm like the sacrificial person that'll be like, they'll be like, everyone's almost out, you gotta get out of the gate. And I'll be like, no, there's one person left on a hook, no man left behind. I got Riz 100 with my now boyfriend, because I would always be like, I'm gonna save you, and then we'd both die. But my gamer skills were so cool. But yeah, I remember as we collectively got better at that game, I kind of started to hate playing killer because it's in first person. And I had a match, even though it was all with friends, I had a match where I never even saw anybody else. So I didn't land a hit on them, I didn't get any kills, the match was over in like a few minutes because they got out. But I couldn't find them, I felt very disorientated, and I know that's the point of playing first person killer, is you have to look hard or use perks to find the survivors, but I felt like I was playing a completely different game, and I was so upset. I don't think I've ever played killer since. I like would only queue up for survivor matches or play survivor with friends. I'm like, that maybe I think, yeah, it's probably been almost 2 years, maybe more like a year and a half, but I think that's the last time I kind of rage quit something. I was like, oh cool, I really, really suck at this. I'm not gonna play this again. I even had like some of like my perks and stuff stashed. I think the closest to deleting the save was I eventually uninstalled it a few months later, and then like all my perks and like my notes about what I like to play, I deleted those. I have my survivor ones somewhere still, but for killer I just was like, well, I'm not good anyway, so I deleted them. And I was like, I'm done. So now here I am, and I'm like, I want to play the new DVD mode. I will try not to be angry, haha. I may have overreacted a bit. But that's, I think, the most frustrating to me is when you're lost and you don't know what's going on. And like you don't know what to do to progress, and it's first person, so you're starting to feel nauseous. I'm like, well, just every bad thing in the book. The woman lives because you gave up on parkour. She don't know how lucky she is. She was a Mario Bros game away from death. You need to find something else to kill. I mean, it's Elden Ring. I'm sure you can find something. I'm sure something will be made available. Now I'm starting to get nervous about playing DBD again. I'm like, that match was horrible. I think there's a picture of me. We had like cameras on and like a Discord call when we were playing, so there's a picture of me just like lying on the ground at the end of the match, just like staring at the ceiling. Just like Family Guy pose on the ground. Usually we have like killers go to a separate call. I hopped back in before the match was even over. I'm like, I can't do it no more. I'm done. I'm finished. I think the last update, it's been a while since I played an update. The last update I played was, I think, the Alien one? I keep waiting for them to add Freddy Fazbear. Why is Freddy Fazbear not in DBD yet? Or is he already? I feel like it's the perfect fit. I know they brought Stranger Things stuff back. And they've done a bunch of other collabs since, but where Fremdy? Oh wait, that didn't duplicate the walls. That just moved them. Man, once you settle on a design and you're just like kit bashing it together with snapping on, this is some stress relief right here. Like, it probably seems really boring to watch, but like, this is what I needed today. This is the equivalent of like a massage. I feel. I'm just like, snap the walls into place, duplicate, repeats. All will be well. That probably just makes me a massive nerd, but it's fine, it's fine. And I don't think we'll have much blocking out to do. We'll do block out revisions, so we'll start to make some areas like a little more detailed with the block out, and I think we'll need to add some more cover that's not in the 3DS game for Kid Icarus. But with our remaking maps and Kid Icarus thing, it'll probably be block out revisions and mostly like adding gameplay things and like basically a pickup pass and revisions is likely all we'll have time for. But we won't be doing full block out stuff or any major adjustments on Wednesday that I can think of, so I'm like, well, I want to block out something this week. I have the urge to block out something. Actually, you know what? If I'm making it all melee, then there's not really a reason you need to start and cover like this. I'm gonna try out the new spawn thing anyway, though. It needs a refresh. At the end of the day, I think we have like there should be one more corner left. And then we can add railings and lighting. I don't know why I keep deleting them instead of moving them. Wah. Where are the stairs? Get over here. I'm feeling like very creatively recharged and relaxed because I finished up some stuff I had to with work at the start of the month. Then took a fun trip I had been planning for years last weekend, but that meant when I got back it was like a 3-day work week. This week's the same thing because we all have a 4-day weekend, so another 3-day work week. And then I have a full work week next week, but I'll probably get a late start on Monday at least. So I'm like, the heck. I'm like recharging and vibing. I know a lot of like some remote places, especially during COVID, adopted like the 4-day-a-week schedule. I think it'd be cool to be somewhere that does that in the future, because like I feel like a lot more productive on the weeks where I have a day off. It just feels like I have too much stuff to do in my free time, to the point where having 2 days of free time doesn't really feel free anymore. It's not all bad stuff, like some stuff is just socializing with people. I like to stream on weekends because I have the most availability, taking trips, doing chores. But I'm like, dang, where's the time to just sleep? That's good time. Especially in a creative position, like I'm very fortunate to have a creative job. But my brain just don't be working some days. This is a very rare instance, actually, of a Monday where my brain's somewhat working. Wow. There we go. Let's do a little bit of that. I should put something in these corners. We should do some railings as well. We need a sign here. Maybe I should put some sort of... I could leave these here, put some sort of spawn here so people run in, and then they can turn around and look. Actually, maybe that's where I'll put the slap juice. Yeah, maybe that's where I'll put the slap juice, and I'll put just like a general speed booster there. And I'll leave the spawns as is. Again, this is still gonna be a pretty, like, quick, simple arena. But that's all I want it to be. It's just kind of like a warm-up for me, and then if people want to play it and have fun, well, they may do so. Where's I saw it somewhere. Speed. It's like a speed pad. Speed boost. Okay. It will not turn the other way. Excellent. Why won't it turn the other way? Oh, is it? It's attaching to the tile below. Okay, so if I turn this tile... Okay. Of course, you'll just be running into this. Let me put them down and see how it feels, at least. Another thing we could do is just put them early into the hallways, like maybe on the left-hand side. One thing is, I feel like a run and then jump down into the middle could work. Of course, now jumping down into the middle will hit the speed thing. We'll playtest a little bit how all of this feels. I'm kind of just mumbling to myself now, but this is how creative streams go. Very much based off of how I would work in college, which is very much based off of like the little rubber duck theory, where it's used for like programming, but if you can't figure something out, like you can't figure out what's wrong with your code specifically for programming, then you talk through your code out loud, but to something like a rubber duck on the desk, and you like explain your process, you explain what you did, you explain what every single thing is, and then you're more likely to catch what's wrong saying it out loud. So that's why I just kind of, even during our evening streams where it's pretty quiet, I'll just like yap to myself. Because sometimes I'll say stuff like, I'm just gonna put these there even though it's broken. And I'll be like, well, wait a minute. It sounds silly when it's said out loud. Oh, railings. It's a good railing. Ooh, I kind of want some like colorful metal railings. Just the blue? The blue looks nice. It's not the same kit, but... Though, ooh, why don't they snap per thing? What are they doing? Why do they, what? Huh? Huh? Okay, so not those. That was weird. A different railing, mayhaps. Things have not been going well. A rage quit. Oh, no. Oh, good. Take a breather. I mean, I say this like I wasn't about to crash out a few times on Elden Ring this weekend. I'll be honest, there were a few times I was just sitting there, especially on Saturday, the first day, and I was like, I don't know how to play this game. I do not know what to do. But once it sunk, once I remembered how to play and I found a better weapon set, which took 2 hours in the same area, but once I found out how to play again, and I was able to, oh, this will work too. I was able to kind of like keep it together. And like focus on the world exploration part of it. I was like, oh, okay, I'll be alright. Especially like losing the runes like early on. Whew. That broke in my spirits a little bit. Why is this one not? Is this not snapped to the ground? Did I just manually place this? Why? Huh. I don't think I did. I'm just gonna leave that there. Did I not snap these in place? Maybe? No, that's correct. Why? I guess because they're different kits, but otherwise I don't know why those measurements are off. That'll be a problem for another day. We could use some sort of like little couch setup here. Actually, can I do the metal barrier stuff here? Are they? It's snapping to different things. I see. I see what it's doing. Ah, why is this so annoying? Pokes at the floor if I do that. Maybe I do just leave it up. No, there should be something. A small tip that makes a big difference. If it's a small tip, as long as it's not like a spoiler for anything, I don't mind any small advice. Really, the only the backseating I have issues with during stuff like new Final Fantasy games, or with stuff like Elden Ring currently, is when it's like, why haven't you done this with your build? It's like, insert gameplay and story spoiler here in like the next area you haven't been to, and I'm like, I haven't done it because I don't know it exists, and I don't want to know it exists until I figure that out on my own. But if it's just like a small tip, like, hey, here's something I learned playing on my first time that helped me out, then that's completely fine, because it is my first time playing. And I certainly have like no idea what's going on in the game. All I know is we got called maidenless. That's it. That's my total lore knowledge of what's happening. Is I'm like, ah, yes. No bitches. Wi-Fi got cut off after you sent it. I saw you say something about one small tip, and then I never saw the tip if you sent it. But essentially, yeah. Feel free to share. Okay, I'll snap these two, and then I'll unsnap this one. Yeah. Science. I've been thinking I've been having Wi-Fi issues here. But actually, what I've come to realize is I believe my issues are more with my phone itself. I haven't like upgraded. I have an iPhone. I haven't upgraded in a few years, and I'm now starting to feel it. But I also don't want the newest iPhone because all the new phones are like, it's completely relied on artificial intelligence, and I'm like, ooh, I don't trust that. I don't need my phone just like doing things and collect. I'm sure they already do, but I don't want them just doing things just because my phone thinks it knows what I want. So I think I want like the iPhone 15 because I need a new phone, and I think at the moment I want another iPhone. But that'll probably change. Right now I just want to keep really everything the same and carry it over, but whenever I'm ready to make a bigger phone change, I'll probably break from Apple at one point. Which I come from a very like Apple family. We all loved Apple products like growing up and stuff, but they don't be hitting anymore. My favorite Apple products are from like my teenage and preteen years even. I can't really think of a Apple product that's come out since, what was it, the 5C, like the plasticky iPhone with like the candy colors. That's the last like great Apple invention to me. Everything else has felt like very unnecessary and like we were getting worse products. So I do think I'll get another one just to keep up consistency and for my iCloud stuff, but whenever I like one day fully switch over a bunch of products and stuff, it might not be iPhone anymore. I just want a BlackBerry or something. I think that's what I want. Like, I really miss my little, like, I had like a little slide phone that was like yay big, and I had like a pink and black zebra sticker on it, and then it had a screensaver that was a bunch of zoo animals and stuff. Oh. It was like very nice and compact. It had a little bit of weight to it, but not much, so it used to fit. My phone used to fit in my pockets, would you believe it? I really just need to upgrade my phone because I'm running I've become such a sentimental person, and I love taking like videos and pictures and stuff, but I've run out of space on like everything. So I'm like, okay, I need to like upgrade my storage to like the biggest option. Dodging into them as they attack can be good. I have noticed that. That's what I've been noticing a lot, is some of them have such a wide radius that they're vulnerable close to them. So I have started to do that, but I didn't know if I was just getting lucky or what. But yeah, I didn't know that was a common strategy. Your shiny Oddish abandoned on the emulator. No. For a while I kind of was interested in like the touchscreen ones that are like flip phones that have come back. And like they still look really cool to me, but I'm also like, I don't know if I've ever seen somebody using one of those. I have no idea like if that's because they suck or if that's because I don't go outside anymore, really. So yeah, I have like no idea what the durability of those kind of is. Okay, seating areas. Where did I get these? The safety chart. Guess we could just do fast food tables. I guess let's do more seating up here. Weed is hey, that's a good name. That's a good name. Though, oh, you guys remember me complaining all yesterday about I was complaining all yesterday about like people being loud in the hallway and I didn't know what was going on. Well, they still were throughout the night, but when I went out this morning to go to the doctor, the stairwell was like a mess. Someone spilled something like all over and it smelled very strongly of weed. So I'm pretty sure somebody had a party. There's a group of teenagers. I'm like trying to figure out everyone. I think there's a group of teenagers on one of the floors below us towards the other stairwell. And they threw a party one night. I'm pretty sure parents were home and it was like bumping music and stuff. And then there's also a very loud domestic situation at the end of the hallway down here where sometimes that place gets loud. But I'm pretty sure the weed party culprits are somewhere like directly below this unit. I don't know if it's the unit with the dog though, or one of the other units in the vicinity where it would still come through, because it kind of just came from the stairwell in the hallway in general. So I'm not sure if it's exactly below us, but it's in this half of the apartment complex. But yeah, someone threw a party. And it's not the previous two culprits, but it is a repeat culprit. And that's why they were being loud. I knew it was a party too, because I heard them trying to do donuts in the parking lot. And it's like literally 0 degrees outside. There's ice on the ground, so I don't know what the plan was. Do I do shelving? I feel like I can put these in the hallways. I'm wanting to line these with booths, but I also want to put something for better cover here. Actually, if these stick out far enough, it'll work fine. For the booths. You're coming with me. Sonic music comes on. We are getting close to hitting 400 followers, in which case I'll play the newest Sonic game, Sonic and Shadow Generations. We already did, I wrote a lot about, legitimately, I think I had like 3 separate projects in college that I wrote about Sonic. Because I was getting a game degree, right? So I'm like, when in doubt, write about Sonic the Hedgehog. So to atone for that, I wrote a lot about like Sonic 06, Sonic Boom, and Sonic Forces, and like what it meant to be a good versus bad game, and my argument being like, is any game truly bad if you can get entertainment from something rated very lowly by people? So even though I was kind of somewhat defending them, I had never like actually fully played any of those games for myself, so that's why on the channel we had like 3 separate goals at one point, and my goal for channel goals had been to make things right and play those games for myself. But now that I have played and beaten all 4 of those, or all 3 of those games, we set our next one to have me play. Perhaps some may say a good Sonic game. I saw very good things about Shadow Generations, especially. I feel like I want to have something right here. Actually, no, I might just leave it open. Maybe we can use some sort of lighting thing. But yeah, at 400 followers, I will play that. And then it's not up yet, but probably at 450, we kind of like had it randomly decided which Sonic game we'd play next via a Smash Bros. Computer battle. But I do think 450, the one that's been requested the most, and kind of the one I saw a lot online, that's like the most underrated Sonic being Sonic Unleashed, which was what I always thought was the cool Sonic as a kid. It came out around that time where I feel like werewolf stuff and like gritty versions of like video game mascots were cool. Like it came out around Brawl's release, where Mario was like angry and in the gritty lighting. He wasn't playing around, and I think it also came out around the time like Twilight stuff did, so werewolves were very popular. So I remember seeing Sonic Unleashed a lot and being like, whoa, this is the cool game for Sonic, but I've never actually played it myself. So I think that would be 450, and then thinking even further ahead, if we ever hit 500 followers on the channel, I've been saying I want to play the Zelda games in timeline order for a long time on the channel, so I think that is like the level we'd have to be at to get that started. I've been in a very Zelda timeline mood recently, and I'm not quite sure why, but yeah, I have the craving to do that Sims 4 challenge that I made. And I've been thinking about like the play order for the timeline stuff. And yeah, I'm not sure what brought it on, but Zelda timeline, I miss you so much. Unironically love the soundtrack for the Sonic Mega Collection. The Sonic Mania soundtrack, like every time I hear that I think of my first semester in college. Like I listened to that studying in so many like study lounges and coffee shops. Because it was kind of before I had an established like schedule for what would work for me in college and stuff, and I was living in a double like with someone else, so when you live in a double for a dorm, it's usually when you want to study, you leave the room to the other person for whatever they want to do, and you kind of have to go out and find a dedicated study spot outside of your room just in case. So yeah, it was when I was trying to find where those spots would be for me, and before I had like my college friend group that first semester, I would just walk around and I would try out different places, and I just had Sonic Mania on loop. Which makes it funny, like I love 2D Sonic, is what I grew up on. And then I loved Sonic music a lot. And I was writing a lot about Sonic, but truly I had never beaten a Sonic game until we beat Sonic 06 a couple years back. Genuinely, I'm like, oh, I love Sonic. Would love to beat a Sonic game one day. And now I've beaten 3. The 3 ones that cause people the most, like, pain and suffering and agony. Those are the 3 I've chosen to beat so far. I need a, can I get a light? No, I don't want a window that'll work with light. I want a light. Ooh, Art Deco light? How fancy are we talking? Ooh, we talking fancy. Oh, is this even a missive? I don't think this is a missive. Man, get that out of my face. Give me a blueprint. They tricked me. Ooh, we can just have like a... Ooh! We could just have a, like, a flame. I kind of just want to have a bunch of random stuff. This almost looks like a prop hunt type of map. Where you're just gonna see a lot of props that don't belong, but I think I genuinely like the charm of that. I'm not even saying that out of, like, laziness or anything. But yeah, this feels very prop hunt coded. Okay, that lights that up. We do have to think about these hallways. Or do we leave them dark? Maybe we leave them darker. To, like, discourage people from... coming down here. Where were those shelves? Man, and I really want to play Fantasy Life I hope it actually exists. Because I'm so... Even though we're going to be playing... I guess we've already been playing a lot of Sims, and we're going to play a lot more Sims. And we have ongoing playthroughs of Tears of the Kingdom and Elden Ring, which I'm playing both as Life Sims at this point as well. So it feels like we're still a very Life Simmy channel, but I feel like we don't have a dedicated main playthrough for a Life Sim at the moment. So I'm excited for Fantasy Life But I am also liking our variety schedule of, like, doing a different thing each weekend. I think sometimes when we go into these, like, big playthroughs where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna only stream one game for, like, an entire month so that we can get through it in a month, especially with JRPGs, like when a new Final Fantasy drops or something. Like, it's fun for me, of course, because I love it. But it's also, like, for people that aren't invested in that one game, it's like I basically disappear for a month. I feel like we get more done when we have a lot going on and we do variety streams for a month. So I'm not entirely opposed to the fact that there's no, like, current big must play 100-hour game that's coming out or is even on the calendar. Even though I will be locked in when Kingdom Hearts 4 drops one day. You have my word. but I'm enjoying just seeing what each month brings on the channel for what we want to play. Like, maybe when Fantasy Life comes out, we'll make it either like something we play on just Saturdays or on just Sundays, and then whatever the other day of the weekend is, we keep those as a variety stream. We switch up each week. We still have like an Elden Ring weekend to break things up, or a creative weekend, or we do something where we just start the days with Fantasy Life and then go into Sims or Zelda at the end of stream, or vice versa. But that's the stuff I've enjoyed the most, I think. In terms of what we've done on the channel this past year. It's just leaning back into the variety content more. I would love to get into things like Persona or Xenoblade on the channel. Or to keep up to date and have more ongoing playthroughs. But at the moment, for the amount of time I can stream each month, working full-time again, and being a smaller channel, I think our current lineup is pretty solid. A good balance of cozy and, my god, it's Elden Ring. You know what, thinking about the last game I rage quit, I just remembered, because I was thinking maybe it was Splatoon 3, it was Marvel Rivals. I was goofing, and it was entirely my fault too. That's why I rage quit, was because I was embarrassed. Usually when I play Wanda on Marvel Rivals, and I forget what map it is. I think it's one of the maps in Wakanda. It's like the escort one in Wakanda. Or no, it's not Wakanda. It's Asgard, I think. It's Asgard because it's like a little chariot that's escorted. That's right. But Wanda's good if you're like attacking and stopping the payload. Wanda's good to like ambush the enemy spawn if you get there soon enough. If you have team support, because Wanda, I think maybe they buffed her a bit, but at the start she was very, very squishy when I was playing her. So I like I booked it because I was already late into the match, so I booked it all the way to the start. Usually what happens is I can get a team kill right off the get-go just by overwhelming everybody. Someone one-shotted me out of their spawn. I was running up, I was setting up all my like little traps where I needed to be. I was like timing when I was gonna go invisible. I got one-shotted and I turned off the console. I'm usually a bit better about not rage quitting online team games because I hate when people do that to me. I turned the console off. And my partner was like even confused and upset. He's like, why would you do that to someone? Like, why would you do that? That's not nice. You wouldn't want people to do that to you. And I'm like, I'm pissed. I'm like, that was embarrassing for me. They one-shotted me out of spawn, and now everyone's gonna look in their replays. Everyone's gonna look at my replay, and that's what they're gonna see. I couldn't live with that, so I turned off the console, and I sat there like really grumpy for probably 5 minutes, and then I turned it on and I played something else. I think I might have booted Marvel Rivals back up that night too. Like, it eventually like completely cooled down, and I was like, oh, I could play that again, yeah. But yeah, I was a little fired up. A little grumpy. So that, I think, is actually the last time I rage quit something, to the point I didn't even like exit, or I didn't get up to turn off the TV or anything. I turned the console off. I held the button down and I was like, oh, it's just not gonna be that day. Okay, I think we have some basic lighting where I want lighting to be. Let me go ahead and push the changes. And let's run around the map and see how it feels to run around. We aren't going to be able to test out the multiplayer of it too well because it's a PvP map. There's one of me. And I don't have any bots in here. And I'm not gonna set anything up like that up tonight. But yeah, let's see, we're 2 hours in, so I'll spend the last like half an hour to an hour of stream after we test this, if we like the layout, if it's acceptable. Well, I will I'll spend it forward. I'll spend the last half an hour to an hour of this setting up the experience. So we'll set up gold to collect, that'll give you large amounts of experience, and then we'll set up on eliminating players, you get extra large amounts of experience. We could try to set up distance experience too, actually. I might have to open up our stronghold map and remember how I did that. Only thing with the distance experience is it has like an objective that pops up and kind of... Actually, I don't think. I'll just stick to gold coins and to, the killing people thing. I'm gonna keep it simple and basic. I would like to maybe put in some travel maps for... There's a way to like advertise your other maps, so I might put some in for Candy King, Stronghold, and for Oz Tycoon in here. You've gotta head to bed now. Good night, Chimkin Nugget. Take care. Thank you for stopping by on the Rare Monday stream. But yeah, for anyone else just popping in or out, I don't usually stream on, weekday afternoons as much as I used to in college and during my unemployment, era last year, because I am fortunate enough to have full-time work again. But I do have some days off, it looks like roughly around a day off each month, so I might do some more occasional weekday afternoon streams whenever I have the time. Usually when I do my creative streams is, I think I need to tone this down. Oh, I want to raise that up a bit more so you can jump to the upper floor. Let me tweak some of these pad settings real quick, but I usually try to do creative streams on weekday evenings for me. So, right now I try to aim for like Wednesday evenings. I gotta turn this down too, I'm looking extra white. Yeah, weekday evenings, and right now our main thing, is that we're working on making Kid Icarus arenas, remaking them as a study thing, not to actually remake and monetize or release a build or anything, but as like a level design study, remaking some Kid Icarus arenas using Unreal 5 itself, not the Fortnite version, but the actual editor stuff. Will it let me increase the amount? Trigger filters. But will it let me increase it? Let me go in with this. Hello? Why is this not working? Okay, that works. It will not let me edit that. Interesting. I guess that'll just have to remain put for now. Maybe I just delete the speed traps. They might just make things a little too complicated. I'm gonna delete them. Yeah, we do creative streams during weekdays, and then I do a variety of gameplay things on the weekends. And like I said, we have a lot of ongoing playthroughs. So we got Elden Ring's current playthrough for this year. We've got Hades 2, Splatoon 3, any remaining seasonal Splatfest for that. Tears of the Kingdom we're working on 100%ing, and then currently all 4 Sims games. I want to start up Sims 3, and then we went back and revisited Sims 1 and 2 with the new ports that they finally did for the 25th anniversary, and then Sims 4 is getting an update again, I think in a few weeks. But we have a file that we carried over kind of based off a Miitopia playthrough we did a couple years back. Actually, I think it's like 4 years since that now. It's crazy. But that lore we carried over into a Sims 4 file, and then that's been our main file ever since, but we've done flashbacks of those characters in Sims 1 and 2. I want to do another one in Sims 3, just to add to the lore. So we'll be doing more of that in March and a little bit next weekend. We'll probably, unless Hades 2 drops a surprise update, because I know Hades 2 usually likes to do that. They'll be like, hey, surprise, there's a big old content update. So if there's some sort of bigger update for Hades 2 next weekend, we'll switch over to focusing on that. But if not, we'll probably play both a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom and a little bit of Sims 4 next weekend on Saturday, and we'll do just a shorter Saturday afternoon stream. And I'll probably be completely gone the weekend after that one. But we'll get back to regular Sim streams throughout the month of March. And I'm excited. If you guys couldn't tell, I do love The Sims. I complain about Sims 4 a bit, sometimes, too much sometimes. But now that I have a better computer, I actually realize a lot of it was, not all of it, but a lot of it was I needed to update my PC. Or I had mods installed incorrectly or something. Which, to be fair, The Sims 4 should be much better optimized for being free to play on like everything now. So it is on them as well, but I'm really enjoying The Sims 4 now that I can play it again. So remove those. We'll leave that as is. I do want to add some more pickups. We're gonna add some more gold pickups too, so I can think about that. Let me do a check-in real quick. Added 3rd level to arena. So let me check our work in. We've had some issues on this file with checking work in, so I want to make sure it goes through all right. And I might take a 5-minute like BRB. Do a bathroom break here before we lock in for the rest of this, because I'm gonna have to look at some other stuff for this scripting portion. Scripting in UEFN is either like really easy because you could just connect stuff, or you have to go into Verse and actually do a bit of coding, which I did a bit of coding for a scoreboard actually on one of our other maps this year. I did it off stream because coding stresses me, but I did program stuff, so that was fun. But yeah, let's let that update. And I'm going to do a quick BRB and run some ads so that way the pre-rolls are disabled for the rest of the stream. So BRB, stretch your legs, everybody. Bathroom break commenced or finished. The bathroom break starts now. But yeah, let's actually get into the scripting, or really it's just integration. We don't have a lot of scripting for a small quick map like this, especially since for anyone curious and they're like, you say you don't have a lot of scripting, but there's a whole elimination mode. This is just a preset that you can get if you are someone interested in like environment design or level design and you're not much of a scripter or programmer or gameplay designer, but you want to make a map that has like a type of gameplay already in place. Then there are a lot of different templates and presets that when you make a map you can choose to make one of those. So a lot of these different things are the scripting. In fact, I remember we said we want this to be mostly melee weapons now. So let's try switching these to some melee ones. Should look at the list here too. But yeah, they basically just have these things where you can set up a template and use that for your stuff rather than having to make it all from scratch. There's some stuff for like that in regular Unreal Engine 5 too, but especially so in Fortnite Creative. I kind of want to give people, maybe I'll place some bows that people can grab. Ooh, the Chains of Hades would be good to have. Maybe instead of the Thunderbolt? Chainsaw could be good. But yeah, let me swap these out to melee weapons before I forget again. And place a few other like weapon pickups. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna place down a lot of gold pickups. And that will be our like incentive to get people to move around, other than like you could choose this by you and a friend just load into the map and just keep headshotting each other and grinding XP. That's fine. But if you want to maximize your time in the map, then collecting these pieces of gold will also help out, and those will be spread out, encouraging movement. Wait, I just scrolled past the chainsaw. Of course, this is a blade with a gun. It might be a bit too OP to give a player. I want it to be like random what type of melee weapon you get, but I don't want people to get some that are like really OP. See, melee weapons, Fortnite. Oh, there's hammers? I forgot about the shockwave hammer. Okay, hammer, chainsaw, katana. A lot of these are like limited items that aren't in here, I feel like. Like ODM gear would be sick, but I don't think they have the... Yeah, they don't have ODM gear. They have the scythe? So, ooh, they do. We'll put that in. Scythe, katana, chainsaw, hammer. Feels a bit better. So those will be for that. And then let's see, where else do we want weapon pickups? We have slap juice pickups there, so we could do weapon pickups in the middle of the hallway. These still read inflatable. I'm gonna set for any of these device item spawners. Let me try to select all of them. I'll just search for the device. I don't know what I did, but undo that. All of these, the timer for first spawn, I'm gonna change that to 0 now. And the time between spawns, we'll go by one. 10 seconds is fine. That should be like a full 30 seconds. 10. These could be like 5 seconds. So maybe I'll meet in the middle, do 45 for these. Put another one of these in. Or maybe I'll put a med mist in. These hallways here so that there's something. And then we'll do the respawn times for the gold pieces a bit separately. Sometimes the pickup quantity on the heal spray is a bit weird, so I'm actually gonna put it at 100. Sometimes it goes by like how much you want to heal for, not how many do you want to pick up. It won't tell you if it's different or not, you just have to figure that out for yourself. I'm gonna move these pickups more under the stairs. So now we're getting to basically the part that we have to do in our Kid Icarus map on Wednesday's stream as well. Moving stuff around, trying to balance it out. Which it can be very hard to balance multiplayer things when you're developing something alone. So if you ever have opportunities to playtest, and I do want to open this up for playtesting stuff for those that are like part of the Discord, and for those that are subbed, I want to open up more playtesting opportunities. There are things that you can do within the Fortnite creator portal to make that work a bit better, so I just really need to do more research into that to get it working. It's more of a how to integrate it with that rather than a if I want to do that. Oh, I want like the grapple gun. Let's put the grapple gun up. The grappler, I should say. Let's put those up here, and I do want to put some bows up here too. Shockwave bow. Wait, I didn't want to change it yet. Go back. Do a shockwave bow there, and then a different type of bow. That's still level 3 here. Explosive blow. Let's do that. Save it all again. Okay, now I'm going to start placing some gold pickups. So I'm even going to rename this one. The organization on this is pretty bad. But I am gonna rename this gold. Pick up 1. Pick up gold, or maybe even we make it the gold banana, actually. Banana of the gods. That could be fun. Time between spawns. Let's do like... Let's do 20. And see how that feels. But we want to turn the spawn of that off. But yeah, let me go ahead and place one like right here, for example. And then we're going to set up an ACOD lay thing. It might be easier to actually push this and do the next part in Fortnite. Sometimes connecting them is easier in Fortnite, but we basically want to say that on banana picked up, reward the player a certain type of reward. So we'll set up a large award amount, and then we'll set up what type of thing we want the award to be called, and all that. What should show on the player's screen, what should show behind the scenes when it's collected, all of that. And then we'll do another one that we will connect to our elimination tracker to say that when a player gets a kill, they get an extra large award. And I'm not gonna actually put too many of the golden bananas down. I tried to do something similar and put just a ton of gold coins down in the stronghold map, and you might wonder, why do people just not cram as many gold items as they can into XP maps? And it's because you can actually only have so many pickups in general on a map. I think I found on my end the number to be around like 100 spawners, which we're nowhere close to right now, but on a larger scale map you might run into having maybe you're around like 50 pickups on the map already, and then you want to have a bunch of these walkable experience pickups, but what happens is the game doesn't spawn all of them in at the same time, and it doesn't I guess maybe you could script something to change that, but as is, it doesn't have any preference for which ones are phased in and which ones aren't. So it might randomly not spawn in a crucial pickup, it might not spawn in a weapon pickup, or it might not spawn in some of the gold pickups but in patchy amounts. So it's safer to find like what the limit is for the spawners. For me, I try to keep it around under 100 now for pickups, or to phase them out, so when you're in one area only so many are loaded, and then when you're in the next only so many are loaded. Like do actual level streaming stuff, which is a bit harder to do in Fortnite Creative. I've found it's not really built for you to be able to stream in and out large things. They're meant for small maps, but that is something you can. Why was her back broke like that? Oh my god. Okay, cool. This all works. Banana. Oh wait, I think I want to change it to just... I think I do want to change it to gold, that way you don't have it in your inventory. And change it to like on hit pickup. So let's go make those changes real quick. And also set up the functionality of the gold. Yeah, run over pickup. We'll turn that on. That way it picks up when you just touch it. And then we'll have to switch it to actual gold in the thing. Do that real quick. We might up the size a bit so that it's a little more visible. Item scale, do 1.5. Yeah, that's nice. That'll work. So now we need our menu, our content menu. We'll go to devices and search for COD Lead. Put it right here. That won't be visible in game to players at all. How to exit. There we go. So name will be Gold XP. Limit award count, no. We'll bump this up. We'll bump this up to large. We can give it a certain icon on screen if we want to. None really coming to mind right now. I think I'll put one on for the eliminations. I don't think I'll give a description for this either. Yeah, let's do triggering player only. So if you're in a team, it won't go to the whole team. It will just go to who collected it, which makes sense because it's PvP. So you don't want to share. So on item picked up, we want to award the player. That's what we're saying there. Oh, but I remember there was a bug in Fortnite Creative, and this is why we hadn't done Fortnite Creative streams for a moment. There was a bug where usually it will show you and it will test out where it will show you like what the test images and like what the test amounts of XP are, but it was broken the last time I did one of these, and I was like, well, I have no way of like fully testing this stuff out if that's still broken. So I kind of just left stuff as is because of that. If I duplicate this, it should keep the... Oh no, it won't. Why? Oh, this is gonna be real difficult. So we'll have to manually add all of that in. That sucks. Oh well. Let's do some gold placement. But yeah, if we can't, we might not be able to test if it's working. I might just have to hope it's working based on the fact that I've set these up a ton of times before, but in game dev, when in doubt, like playtest, even if you're doing like a simple fix or something. Test your work. That's probably, I think, the biggest holdback with Fortnite Creative is playtesting is kind of a pain. Like if you want to playtest anything, the Fortnite servers have to be up, so you have to launch a Fortnite session, so you have to always have Fortnite installed on your PC alongside and have it running at the same time that your editor is open if you want to use the editor as well. But like with my old PC, it was very hard to do so. So that kind of became a performance issue on my end. I wasn't able to do as much as I wanted, having to run all of that at the same time. And then yeah, when the Fortnite servers get updated and they're down, you also are technically allowed to work, but it won't back up to revision control. And you also won't be able to check your work, to playtest your work, because it can't connect to a server. So that sucks. And that's a pretty big drawback, I would say. It kind of like really rubbed me the wrong way when I first started using Fortnite Creative, because I was like, well, I'm a level designer, I have to always playtest my work, what am I supposed to do? But I adapted to it, I got over it pretty quickly, but it is an important heads up to have about the way it works. Not the grandma song, no! Also, hi there, HL fan. And you're completely fine for lurking. This is really just a quick game jam I'm doing just to get something out there and grab some more data for some Fortnite Creative stuff before my, like, payout period. Technically, it closes in April, but I know, like, based on how long it takes for the data to go out, it means it closes at the end of February, so I wanted to put one more map out there. But I wanted it to be quick, because I'm kind of more locked in some of the arena projects we're doing in Unreal 5 itself. So this is just some busy work for me. Because yeah, anything else will be brain frying for sure. I feel like it's important to have little like days where you let yourself do like revisit the basics and do almost kind of brain teasers of stuff. It doesn't have to always be pushing yourself to do something like really advanced or out there. It can just be as simple as, hey, I haven't blocked something out in a while, I'm just gonna throw something together. I will say Fortnite Creative is also really good at throwing something together and sandboxing stuff a bit quicker than it is to do in Unreal 5. Because, like, what we're doing on Unreal 5 is, like, the level design studies of the Kid Icarus arenas, right? But I had to do... I was like, oh boy, like, similar fun distress, or de-stressing, not distressing, but fun de-stressing, like, studies of existing games, not meant to be built or published, just meant to sandbox in, but I had to do, like, an hour or two of prep work to get that open and ready. And then we had to do a paper design stream and gather resources, a stream before we actually got to block out. This I was able to, granted we already had some work done, but I just reopened this map for the first time in like half a year today. I was able to just jump back into it, so it is nice to be able to just chill and relax a bit more with this stuff in Fortnite Creative. Let's see, let's put a few more down here. I think sometimes making silly, stupid stuff is like the best way to keep a healthy relationship with game dev. I think sometimes the best ideas I've had have come from just sandboxing stuff and messing around, and then I'll look back later and be like, wait a minute, that could work. Kind of my biggest regret is I got back into, I had kept up with personal work and started it, you know, in college while I was doing portfolio work and like small indie dev work. And then I tried to keep up with it on a monthly basis when I got my first big job in the industry, working on AAA work and then some AA stuff as well. But I was so focused on like my work that sometimes I would miss a month, and then I'd miss 2 months, and then I would be unfocused when the game dev stream actually finally came around. So I put like a lot more pressure on myself, and my personal work really fell behind. So I didn't fully lock in and do personal pieces that I could either relax with or consider portfolio work and like lock in on. I didn't get back to that until I was laid off last year, and now that I have been working full-time again for several months, I find it good to just keep up with my personal work, even if it's just silly little arenas like this. Because that was definitely my biggest regret, was only letting my only tie with game dev be just full-time 9-to-5 work, and stressing over it sometimes and not diving into the fun side of it as well. Especially in a creative industry, you gotta keep the passion alive somehow. Got 36 of these bad boys, good lord. Where'd my reward data go? So we got 36 of these? Oh my goodness. Gonna try to unfry the jelly in your cranium. Yeah, do something light, relax, kick back. Try not to scream into the void. Cause trust me, I still have days like that. Please have a separate... May I please have a... Let me look up how to do separate details panel. Oh wait, this is something for Unreal 3? Yeah, let me try to... Let's try to do this. Yeah, let's lock you. Put this over here. Maybe I don't even need to do that. Maybe I just needed to lock the details panel. Can I drag all of these? Okay, it's not friendly about the dragging all of them, but I'll move a little quicker. And then for the player experience, I'm not stressing about that because that's as simple as we find where that's being tracked and we just, it's one value we have to change. Unless it were a situation where it was like there's multiple ways for other things to kill players, like if we had bots players could kill, or if we were rewarding something on your player death. Then it would get a little more complex, but as it stands now, it should be pretty easy to set up. With existing templates, it's more of a matter of like if you want to add anything onto it, the trickiest part is finding where things are set up. And then making sure you don't break any existing connections, but these are just additional events we're adding on to the existing logic, rather than changing something fundamentally with how the elimination mode works. I'm only trying to speed up because I realize it is getting... We are going closer to 3 hours than 2 today, which means there's only a few minutes till my cat wakes up and realizes he's hungry. And like I said, for better or worse, I am hoping to play some DBD with some friends some point this week, so I should probably install that on my computer. Tragically, I had such a clean run. I've never streamed DBD because I'm not great at it. I just like to play it to have fun. And every time I've ever like seen streamers play it, it's like it's life or death. It's like Overwatch levels of stress, and I can't be going through that. You guys already have me playing Elden Ring, so I can't add Elden Ring, and I'm stressing over the lore of my Sims 4 personal file. We'll get back into the stream file next weekend. Like, oh, that's too much stress. That's too much stress. I can't add on to that. Okay, that should be all of that. I'm gonna assume the elimination tracker is back in this little hidey hole here, so I'm gonna bring this in here. Granting guns on elimination. End game device. I don't think it's the end game device. Let me check. No, it should just be the elimination game. Yeah, elimination. Or that's what I just clicked. Maybe we'll check on our stronghold map because I know I have this set up somewhere else. very large. See if I happen to see anything that rings a bell. There's the spawners. Oh, no, we don't want to do anything on player spawn though. Yeah, let me find where it's hooked up in our other map, which will also give us an opportunity to find let me check in this stuff too. Pick up, pass. But that should also give us a chance to find some of the other stuff I wanted to copy over, being the advertising for other maps thing. Was that it? That might just be it. I don't think I'll set this to be live tonight. I think I'll do a few more polished things on this tomorrow. So likely end of day tomorrow is when I will publish this. Cause like I said, I do have tomorrow off of work as well. I just wanted to chill and relax. Let's do Stronghold template. Yeah, this is the other map. This is where I hid everything. Did I add an elimination manager? Cause maybe I added it. I don't remember that being there at the start. I'm guessing this is the elimination XP. Okay, so we'll add an elimination manager for that. And then for the advertisements, I think I put them in picture frames to be cool. Let me unlock it though. Okay, matchmaking portal. I'm gonna just copy that. Let's go back. Because it already has the code for Oz Tycoon, and then I'll have to put a code in for the Stronghold map that we were just in. It's all the way over yonder. I don't think I want to over advertise them, but yeah, let's have like one on this wall here. And then we'll have another down there. So yeah, this will be the Oz Tycoon one. This will be the Candy Cane Stronghold one. Which I do need to look up the code for. What was the code for that? Oh wait, let me open up my creator portal. That's where it will tell me. Island code. Alright, there we go. So those should be in now, and then we wanted to add an elimination device. Let me just search for that. Or elimination manager. That looks like it. Oops. Let's just get you back in there. Valid on self-elimination, no. I think the default will work for us. Basically, it's just... yeah, basically it's just tracking basic eliminations. So now we can set this up to award on elimination. So when you eliminate someone else, if you wanted to award somebody something when they themselves are eliminated, you can also set that up. Or you can think about it as like a different, award it to somebody else on the main player's death. It's just a different way of thinking about it, but I think the simpler logic is just when you get a kill, you get a reward. So that's set up too now. That should be the basic stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and launch this session. We're gonna playtest it a bit, see if the gold pickups don't go through, then those should be set up perfectly fine. So I'll keep looking at it, but that makes me think that the bug of test XP not working might still be around. If that does work, I might set up, I do have technically my Switch account is a different account, so I could make a private version, have the Switch ones go in, headshot them, and see if we get XP. Actually, no, it won't do it in the private version. Yeah, that's the sucky thing about Fortnite Creative, I guess, is you just kind of have to figure it out as it goes. Also, hello there, Eddie. How are you? Oh, my cat has spawned in. Is it exactly 6? It is 6:02. We're running out of time. He's demanding his dinner. And I'm doing well, just doing kind of a quick arena speed build here on my day off of work. Still a few things I probably need to play test off stream, but I think we're able to get most of what I wanted to get done today done. Just gotta let the Fortnite session load up. And I gotta figure out what to have for dinner. was planning on making some, what? Hello? Man, just load my session. I was planning on making some, like, burrito bowls. Because I really love the Chipotle burrito bowls. But my boyfriend's like, we could just try to make them at home. Right? And he didn't really get a good bowl last time. And there's been times where they've gotten my burrito bowl wrong and it's ruined my whole day. So we're gonna try to make it. I realized we forgot queso at the store though. So I might try to make some queso from scratch. That may be too ambitious. I may burn the kitchen down, but we'll have rice at least. The rice will be made at the bare minimum. And it, you know, I used the Der Burger kit. This is actually like a sandbox map when I was first learning Fortnite Creative. I used this kit because it was funny, but I don't know, it's like it's like both a higher end Der Burger, I feel, with like the chandelier, and you've got some like bonfire seating in a balcony. But it's simultaneously also like just a very just poor quality Der Burger at the same time. It's a fun kit bash though. I feel like this kit, along with like some of the other like ones to make it a larger area, has kind of resulted in it feeling a bit like if you minimalized a prop hunt map. So who knows, I might have some downtime tonight as well to work on this. I might do some more set dressing in it. Add some more posters, add some more like smaller lights here and there. Add some trash on the ground, add some hamburgers. And then I got this dude up here. I've just got this plane that I don't know why I never extended it out further. Oh, because it clips into the burger. This burger isn't even visible to players. I just put it up here because it's goofy. Or maybe I should put it in the... Oh, I should put the burger in the chandelier. Oh, the session's connected. I didn't realize. This is an important change. Come here. Come here, sir. Come here, sir. Oh, he's perfect. Yeah, he can stay right there. Where are the PC specs? I always forget. I just got, why didn't it load me in? I'm just gonna close and reopen it. Which I thought I had done before. But, I just got a new, built, I kind of chickened out of building one and ordered, a new high-end PC, over the holidays. So I have a 4080 Ti Super for my, graphics card. And then I have, like, a processor that's, I forget which way I bottlenecked it, but I got it pretty close and I spent the money to go ahead and get it as close as I could because I hadn't updated my PC since I used to have a Dell gaming PC from 2018 and it was struggling. It was starting to struggle doing stuff in Unreal Engine. Not just Unreal Engine 5, but Fortnite Creative and Unreal Engine 4 it was starting to have trouble with. So I'm a professional game developer as well, and I used to have a work PC at my old company, but at my current one I use like a lot of my own equipment, so I really needed to upgrade. It got to the point where, as a level designer, if I moved anything, I would wait, you know, 3 to 5 business days, and I'm like, I can't work like this anymore, so I finally put the time in, and I figured if I'm gonna update, I might as well get a new one. I was tempted, a lot of people told me to wait for the 5000 series, either to get the 4000 on sale or to get the highest end of the highest end, but I've heard a lot of mixed things personally about the 5000. Like, it is definitely more powerful, it is next gen, but it does rely a little bit more on AI, like a lot of modern tech things are, and that makes it a little more unpredictable. And when you're working in the tech industry, and in a creative field where you want to hone in on things, having unpredictability isn't as ideal. And I didn't want to spend that much money. I wanted to spend the money, but not that much, so I thought about getting a 4092, and the price was a little too much for that. Professional software developer, web development. Yeah, it's definitely something where I started to feel the strain on my computer. Everything tech is expensive. Yeah, I had prepared myself to set, for me, I'm in the US, so I set aside a few, like, thousand I had saved up from paychecks and stuff for a long time, but 'twas definitely a big investment. I think it's still bugged. I think the XP bug where it doesn't show up is still active. Also, I don't know why is the why is the coin noise still going? Is it just the coins spawning in? I might turn off the spawn in sound on the coins, that's annoying. I don't know why the other map advertisements are inverted. Is it that way on the other one? Drink slap juice. Wait. The other one has the candy cane one, right? I thought I saw it set up properly. Okay, yeah, it's also inverted. Well, I'll look into that. That's weird. But I have a feeling the XP tracker is still bugged, which really sucks, because unfortunately when bugs are found in Fortnite Creative, they never get fixed, is what I've found. And this is a pretty huge bug to not be able to see if a gameplay feature is able to perform, but Improving your English. You can understand me. Oh my gosh. That's one of the best compliments I've ever received. Usually people will be like, do you have an accent or something? Cause like you mumble and I don't know what the hell you're saying. But they'll say it in like a really friendly voice and they'll be like, your speech is messed up. Did you know that? So I'm very flattered that you can understand what the hell I'm talking about. I'm probably not the best guide to English, because I often just, when in doubt, make up a bunch of words, but... yeah, I'm happy to talk from viewers from all over. Video games are a universal thing. Universal love language. why are you inverted? Actually, maybe I should check and see if it's inverted on my other map, because why? Oh, it's backwards. It's backwards. Huh. Okay, problem solved. Tis debugged. Oh, with British guys. Oh, that's a completely different type of English. I don't... I struggle too. Though I do find, like, British comedies to be really funny to me, because, like, it's just extra over the top when you're not quite sure what's going on. You just know they must have said something horrible. Like, stuff like the IT Crowd is just extra hilarious because it's a British comedy. Yeah, but everything's set up properly, so I think tragically Fortnite Creative's editor itself is still bugged, so I think everything's set up for XP to be given. But until they fix it themselves, we'll never know. I remember seeing that, I think, like a month ago or something. I think I bookmarked it, actually. I did. When was this? January 14th. Let me see if there's an update on the bug. It was added to the to-do list 2 weeks ago. So let's see, the bug was opened January 14th is like... Okay, so it took them 2 weeks to repro the bug on their end. And it's now been 2 weeks since they said it's in the to-do list. So maybe soon, maybe give it... It's been another 2 weeks, so they might address the bug again. But I have a thing on that bug because it really frustrates me. I have it pinned, so if I ever get an update, if I ever see that it's been moved to resolved in like the next few years, I will let you guys all know. But so currently that means I think everything's good. Let me write down added matchmaking portals and Elim awards. So yeah, I think that's the most we can play test at the moment. I'll do some more set dressing and I'll kind of chill out with more stuff on my own time, but I anticipate this map, I'll probably have it go live end of day tomorrow. And then I'll share that code on, we'll do another game dev stream on Wednesday evening. We're working on remaking some Kid Icarus Uprising arenas, because it's one of my favorite 3DS games that has not come to modern consoles yet, sadly. So I said I'll remake it myself. We're making some of those arenas in Unreal Engine 5. We just finished the blockout stage on one of the more basic ones, so we're going to focus on a pickup pass and blockout revisions as well on Wednesday. You've never tried game dev? Is it hard? Yes, but in like so many different ways. Like, for me, I love Unreal Engine because a lot of the resources you need to learn are free. There's a lot of like good ways you can get started with learning game development, and especially depending on your area, you can find help for a lot of stuff early on. It's really more so, like there's different things for each path in game dev that is tricky. Sometimes it's tricky like moving to an updated version of an engine and finding out all the little things that broke. Sometimes it's tricky working with others. I know from my time in the AAA level, sometimes it's tricky like working on large teams and coordinating like corporate vision versus like creative vision. Sometimes it's just hard to have the creative energy for something, but even though you have like the to-do energy and you have the knowledge of how to do something, so it's hard in a bunch of different ways, but it's also rewarding because you're making a video game. So at the end of the day, you're making something to give someone a fun experience and to elicit some type of emotion out of them, so it's rewarding creative work. But yeah, I'd say the most difficult part is just all the little pop-up things around the way. You'll usually be similar to software dev. You'll be focused on one thing and you'll be like, it should be straightforward, and you'll run into a bunch of small things along the way that kind of take up more time. So it's constantly a growing and a learning experience. But I've been doing game development for over 5 years now. And it's still hard, but very rewarding as well. But I think that'll probably be where we start wrapping stuff up today. QA environment is wrapped up in all areas of development. Oh yeah, QA is also an interesting area. I've never officially been a QA person, but I have mad respect for them, and on smaller teams I often do a lot of like bug writing and bug fixing myself. And it's just, QA as a whole, like, they're basically the emergency workers of the game development world. If there's an emergency, they're the ones reporting it, they're the ones jumping into it, they're the ones that are working like the weird hours of the night to make sure everything's alright. So they're the heroes. Working as a dev for 3 years. Congratulations on that. It's always fun to grow and learn, to get into new stuff. But yeah, I think that'll probably be where I wrap stuff up today. Let's see. Let me check some stuff out here. Heroes don't wear capes, they use JUnit. Yeah, I think the bug service that I have the most familiarity with is Jira. Like, I complain about getting Jira tickets, but at the end of the day, I'm like, when I don't have any, I'm like, I know there's bugs. I know there's bugs in it. Someone needs to write a Jira ticket so I know that they know there's bugs in it and I can actually keep track of it. I end up getting more anxious, so shout out to all the QA developers out there. I hate Jira. It's a very love-hate relationship with Jira for sure. But yeah, I have a good friend. Our Mo artist and mod Patui is live right now, so we'll probably throw a raid her way while I get some dinner ready. She's doing some art stream stuff right now, doing some commissions. So we're gonna go ahead and pop into her stream. But yeah, thank you again so much, you guys, for checking out the channel and hanging out with me while I do some game devin stuff. But we'll give her a raid. I'll be chilling in her chat while I try to make some dinner. Oh, Jira on Fridays. That's heartbreaking levels of stress. But yeah, I'll let you guys chill with the music for a bit as we swap over to raid. If you're a fan of these game dev stuff, the VODs are up on Twitch for 2 months and they're up on my YouTube permanently. I've been starting to save them on there starting this year, so they'll be there forever, hopefully. And thank you for the follow, Eddie. Much appreciated. But yeah, the VODs are up there, and I try to stream on game dev stuff on a weekly basis during the weekday evenings after I'm done with work. And then we also do variety content on the weekends. Like, we just did a weekend of Elden Ring, and next weekend we're going to jump back into some Zelda and The Sims. So I'll leave you guys with the music for a bit, and then we're gonna raid Patooey. So thank you all for hanging out again, and I'll see you on the next one.